So SEC versus Big Ten has been a big discussion, especially within our travels. Okay. Like we've talked about it nonstop. I mean, Cam, if you're listening to this show, you were all over it with us when
Yeah,
we were
you
talking
slapped him.
about it. So let's talk about it on the show. So SEC versus Big Ten. I want to get your thoughts on it, and we'll just go back and forth. So what are your thoughts?
All right, it's funny to me, and you probably know where I'm going to go with this.
Mhm.
It's funny to me that, a 3-year run undoes decades, not a couple years, literally since high definition TV was created, has undone a 2+ decade run of dominance by the SEC and not by the usual suspects. And by the way, I would like to congratulate Ohio State and Michigan fans on their Indiana national championship. The the celebration and the cope by Michigan fans, Ohio State fans, like why does that bring you joy? Do you think it brings an Alabama fan joy to see Auburn win a national title? Do you think they like that? I never understood that about Big Ten fans. Like they're the only ones I see doing it. But whatever. The point of the story is this: you don't undo 2+ decades of pure dominance by multiple schools like the SEC has done and save they were paying players. Ohio State has been doing anything that you accused the SEC of doing forever, since the beginning of time. And yeah, even Michigan, go look it up if you want to. There are questions about them as well. There was only one coach in college football coaching on a show cause. Like if you want to
Mhm.
get in the weeds about, and I'm just keeping it 100 with everybody. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what we know. Those are
Mhm.
researchable facts, Jake. You can go look it up on your own time if you want. It's funny to me that 2 decades gets undone by a little 3-year run there. And if you look at it to the totality, Indiana went, and I'll use Indiana, and they won. And fair play to Indiana. They won. They got in the playoff
Mhm.
and they won. They got to play, a Big Ten team and win. But you can see stretches of a 6-week stretch, and look who they play. Pull up an SEC schedule, any SEC schedule, and put it side by side and tell me that's the same. Jake, come on, bro. Like I know you lean Big Ten, I know you do, but am I
Yeah.
am I crazy here when I say that? Be real.
No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. I mean,
Okay.
especially with I have a conference summary of this year's win-loss record, and the SEC still has the best win-loss record. So I'm one of those guys where it's like I completely respect your opinion where you're talking about, okay, what the SEC has done in the past couple years, clearly they're number one, right? And then the Big Ten's right there. And the Big Ten's got the contenders now, right? You got Indiana, Ohio State. They're in their own class. They're up there. Oregon's right there, really close, right?
Oh, wait a minute. You haven't
My
got to me. I was told Michigan's here to
Michigan's
stay.
not there. Michigan's not there. Okay.
Wait.
Michigan sometimes will have seasons where they really go up in the air and are one of those teams, right? But they haven't consistently done it, right? And I'm a Michigan fan. You know that about me. Like, I
That's
think
odd.
Michigan will have, yeah, it's very odd. But Michigan fans have always thought that. Like, we've had that conversation where sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Oregon has consistently been up. They haven't gotten the job done, but they're consistently up. Indiana is now consistently up. Again, our question earlier in the podcast was, can they keep it up? Will Josh Hoover actually work? I mean, I have questions about Hoover coming in. We'll see. They have to build that O line up again. They had that all world center last year from Notre Dame. He's the leader of the offense. Like, see what happened to the Eagles O line when they lost their center. That's a big time loss. So I'm interested to see if Indiana can keep it up. Ohio State has kept it up. Oregon has kept it up. Right now, if you're looking at the SEC, though, it's on and off. Like LSU isn't a contender. They just fell off a cliff. And they have some years where they get it done. LSU and Michigan are a perfect example of similar teams. Some years they get it done, some years they don't. They fall apart, you know? And then if you're looking at the guys that are consistently at the top, it's still Alabama. They missed the playoff 1 year. They're consistently up there. Oklahoma has gone up and down, up and down. Texas A&M has gone up and down, up and down. Ole Miss, can you keep it up without Lane? I don't know. You won a playoff game where you matched up really good against Georgia. Let's see you do it for a full year. I don't know. You know, the SEC is similar where they got teams going up and down like Michigan, but the thing is that like they have so many teams doing it that makes them right now a better conference. Big Ten, you actually have more consistent contenders now. And that's, I think, the argument that we're kind of switching into where it's like, okay, Big Ten might have like more contenders. The SEC is still the deeper conference, but we got to admire the Big Ten for having these contenders now.
Yeah, but I mean, do they get fluffed up though? Because like look at the back: Purdue, Michigan State, Maryland,
Yep.
Wisconsin,
Yep.
Rutgers, UCLA,
Mm-hmm.
Northwestern, Nebraska.
Yep. Yep.
That's a Washington, Minnesota. That's a lot of schools I just listed off right there,
Well,
man.
Washington just made the championship 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Like
and they
that's
won.
another example of sometimes being contenders, sometimes not. You know
Yeah,
what I
and then
mean?
they've won one road game since they've got in the Big Ten or some
Yes.
crazy number. Like
Yep.
like one road game. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. That's insane. And it's
Hmm.
just like when you boil it all down, man, and Vanderbilt's popped up and stuff like that. I still say that pound for pound, the top of the SEC, and when you go through it all, like who's better? And I know everyone's going to run to bowl games like bowl games matter. Both ways, they don't matter. When
Yeah.
your
No,
team
I
wins, they don't
agree.
matter. Yeah, when your team wins, they
I
don't
agree.
matter. And when your
Yeah.
team loses, they don't matter. They don't.
Because a lot of people are already, especially with now, like a lot of people are already looking at the portal and stuff. I mean, a lot of people run to bowl games because it proves their point. Like Big Ten was 11-5 this year, the SEC was 4-10, but I don't think that proves the point at all. But go ahead,
Well,
keep going.
yeah. Did the SEC get to play Central Michigan in a bowl game? Like again, like that's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like SEC doesn't have those bowl alliances, dude. Where they're playing Central Michigan, and in the it's just that it's all selective, right? In bowl games, literally, and I'm always consistent about this, man. They do not matter. They don't. You don't know who's there, who's not there. A guy says he's going to be there. Like, and in a weird way, I kind of like that about the bowl season too, where you have players saying, "Hey, man, come play in the game. I'm going to play. Let's go out and do it the right way. Let's go out the right way." Then they play a play, and then they take their uniform off and they stand on the sideline. Like it's electric,
Yeah.
man. It's
Hmm.
awesome. You can't prop that up and use that as your data point. All I know is like Michigan's supposed to be it, right? Like they're there. Michigan's supposed to be there. What happened when they played Oklahoma in a game that mattered? They got
Yep.
owned,
Hmm.
owned.
Owned. Yep.
And Ohio State beat Texas, which is fair play. I think that we saw Texas as the year went on. They play better football at the end. I think that's definitely fair to say. And they're going to be hyped up, and we're the Arch Manning for Heisman round
Yep.
2 is gonna
It'll be back.
happen.
It'll be back.
100% it'll be back.
Hmm.
It'll be, you know, Bryce and Arch Manning and Dante Moore and all that stuff. Like all of it will be back because that's the way that it works. But it's just, I don't think that 2+ decades of dominance goes away by a 36-month stretch. I don't think that way, especially to the depth. I mean, you talked about Florida and LSU and Bama and Auburn. I think I'm even missing one that
These are all teams that have won a national championship in the
correct.
past. And in
Correct.
order for the Big Ten, this is where I agree with you. In order for the Big Ten to keep up and get there completely, we got to see other teams go win it all. If Oregon wins it all, huge. Like if Washington comes out of nowhere and wins it all, that's big time too. UCLA could figure out the money. USC could figure out the money. If those teams can get back to, I mean, USC is a team that was legit in the Pac 12 in the past. If they could get back to that USC team of old, which they have the money to do it, like to figure that out, if they really put the time and effort into it, then that helps the Big Ten's case. But when you're going up against teams like Auburn that have won it all in the past, Oklahoma that have won it all in the past, Texas won it all in the past. You know, there's so many teams that have done it in the SEC. I think that's where I'm like, okay, the SEC is a better conference. All I'm saying is the Big Ten is starting to figure out and load up with contenders and is starting to come in for it.
And, like, to back up your point, just say, like, the 10th LSU was 10th in the SEC last year. You know who was 10th in the Big Ten? Northwestern. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It one of those things is not like the other, and that's my point, that's all.